Consider that you're heatedly debating the ideal course of action for a challenging assignment. You've both been nice and helpful with your arguments, but you can't seem to agree on the best course of action. So you make the decision to compromise. Sounds logical enough. However, is this a false compromise? Welcome to Ano Nga Ba, the internet show where we feed your curiosity with bite-sized pieces of knowledge. Today's topic, ano nga ba ang false compromise fallacy? The false compromise fallacy is a term used to describe a faulty concept that is frequently implemented. We have always had a predisposition to look for compromises. When two opposed viewpoints cannot be reconciled, the middle ground is taken as the best of both worlds, which results in a false compromise. Here's a well-known illustration of a false compromise. If you know the sky is blue but someone else insists it's yellow, you can reach a compromise by agreeing that the sky is green. Of course, this agreement resolves the disagreement in an entirely unacceptable manner. Furthermore, neither side will likely change their conviction that the sky is the color they perceive it to be. A phony settlement offers nothing more than the appearance of an answer. As well as both parties feeling dissatisfied with the outcome, false compromises can also prevent the discussion from moving forward. Had the exploration of the difference in opinion continued for longer, more evidence could have been presented and analyzed. By persevering, an objectively better outcome might have been reached. A false compromise can also dangerously speed up decision-making. This is particularly true if the compromise brings an abrupt end to a debate. Hurriedly agreeing to a decision may prevent you from considering second-order consequences. Luckily, there are ways you can avoid falling into the worst pitfalls of the false compromise fallacy. Number 1 is to determine if a consensus is required. When relationships with other people are crucial, such as in a business situation, you might try your best to satisfy as many people as you can. However, you should consider whether obtaining a collective agreement is required in order to avoid making a false compromise. Even if an objectively good choice may not always win everyone's support, it is still not necessarily wrong. Number 2 is to evaluate the strength of evidence. Both parties in the debate will bring their own evidence to the table. However, it doesn't mean the evidence should be given the same weight. And lastly, number 3 is to be willing to make bold choices. Sometimes the most radical course of action is the best one. It makes no sense to try to reach a compromise if you are confident in the evidence and the expected outcome. As uncomfortable as it may be, you should instead be prepared to hold fast to your point of view. Finding a middle ground to end the disagreement is quite appealing when there isn't an obvious option. The false compromise fallacy can result in inaccurate conclusions and poor decision-making in business and your personal life by causing us to give up looking for the best answer. Do you often fall prey to false compromises? What do you think of this fallacy? Let me know in the comments section below.